Joke Swap Spectacular. This is PSUCC presenting Trainwreck!
All right, comfy? Good. Well, hello everyone. As you know from that lovely introduction, my name is in fact Max. Kind of like, if you remember that old show from when we were kids, Max and Ruby, the two little like bunnies. Max is the younger brother. He just followed his sister around, didn't really say anything, just did whatever she told him. A very like obedient S&M relationship, you know? It's a very wholesome show about that type of very strict obedience, which is kind of ironic considering, like, you know, we all know that bunnies just fuck constantly. But I didn't know they got into BDSM like that, but I will say that I'm really looking forward to spring. They're coming back. It's gonna be a really interesting campus, let me tell you. I'm gonna be walking around looking at all these fucking bunnies like I'm auditioning for Bunny and the Beast. Now, the other day, I Googled why Max is dumb, because I was very curious about this show, and I was referring to the show, not myself, because that's a much more introspective question. I don't think Google has answers for me there. But I was surprised because, nice job, dumbass. I was surprised because I got like a pretty straight answer, which was just, Max has autism. And I was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. And then I realized that my mom's account was signed in because I was downloading some files from her drive. So now she's gonna think that not only am I stupid enough to think I'm dumb, but that I'm stupid enough to think Google has the answers. Like, she's gonna be like, how the fuck did you get into grad school? Like, and so I was not, you know, deterred by that. I decided, you know, I want to continue my research, logged into my own account, and I found some more information, which was that apparently their family was in an accident and their parents were killed, and Max got severe brain damage, and that's also why he doesn't talk, because, you know, that kid didn't have it fucking rough enough. And that's why he plays with a bunch of, like, firemen and police cars and stuff like that, because that's what needed backstory there. Anyway, that's how I imagined Pete Davidson was as a kid. You know, he was dumb, he was obsessed with his dead dad, into BDSM. That's like the origin story of the man we know as Pete Davidson, you know? All right, and other Max-related humor. Thank you. I don't know who the fucking yeah, Max. But, you know, I used to get Mac Miller and Max Miller confused. You know, like Mac Miller being that one rapper that died that one time. You know, the one. And Max Miller being a former Republican congressman from Ohio. I was really confused because I got it mixed up because like I expected that if one of those guys was gonna OD, it would be the motherfucker from Ohio, but guess not. Yeah, sorry, if anyone's from Ohio, your state sucks. No, I agree with the claps, not the boos, sorry. But yeah, exactly. Anyway, I think, like, you know, that caused like a real identity crisis. I was like, I can't let myself get this mixed up anymore, get myself confused. That's, you know, I got the big tattoo, dyed my hair red. It's red, I promise. And now here we are. And speaking of myself, you know, like I really like a lot of like these thrifty stores, Goodwill, Plato's Closet, stuff like that. In fact, you know, EJ, I got a business proposition. We can open up our own store. We call it EJ Max. I got a business plan whole laid out. Target audience, big, hairy guys. And on one side, you got the carpet cleaner, because that's a big need. Other side, beard wax. Last stage, pantyhose. And then at the front, you get the Altoids tin, and that's all they sell. I see no problem with this business plan. I expect record profits next quarter.
Goddamn right.
Exactly, thank you. But I think like it's funny with like Altoids specifically, they're very target audience. I don't think you can have those unless you have like a, you know, niece or nephew. Like that's some real aunt and uncle shit. Like I accidentally bought some. I was unpacking my groceries. I saw it and I was like, ah, fuck. My sister got knocked up. Shit. Now I gotta go on Instagram, stalk all these guys she's hanging out with, and make a hit list. Like, that's fucked up. Like I had to take all these shots of these people, but you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And that's like a very important mantra of mine, because I'm down for really any types of shots. You know, like alcoholic shots, hell yeah, like I'm down. Gun shots, less fun, but I'll take them. Cum shots, dude, I put the max in climax. Like that's what I'm about. You know? See, I told you that was my favorite joke. And also, who can forget heroin shots? You know, it's that real Max and Mac Miller fighting in me. Because it's like, oh, do I really want to be like anti-vax, or do I want to be so pro-vax that I vax myself 8 times a day? All right, thank you everyone for listening to the Max-related humor. If you have any Max-related questions or concerns, I'll be here all night.
It is Josh's birthday on Friday,
Happy birthday.
right? In a week.
Unfortunately.
Okay. He said for his birthday he wanted to do a roast of himself. I'm going to be out of town, so I think just reading this set is going to be my roast of him. Feel free to do your own intro here. All notes will be in parentheses. Parentheses misspelled, by the way. After the TH is now spelled with ACEES. Not even the right letters, that's fine. Do you guys know the phrase, a bunch of monkeys with typewriters will eventually write Shakespeare? Or if you do something enough times, even the rarest of things might happen. Like imagine internet predators trying to catfish the same kid. Think that ever happens? Or they end up catfishing each other and they have to meet up? They have a fight to the death, or they fuck, whichever happens first. You know what else is super rare? Is getting struck by lightning. I bet there was some situation where Oonga Boonga, in parentheses, the caveman, just got the shit zapped out of him, and another guy's like, hey, I'm glad I'm not that guy. Interrupt the word guy by imitating getting struck by lightning. Oh, fuck. Glad I'm not that. I've never been struck by lightning. Okay, it's fine. By the state of the world today, it's obvious that there's some super rare events that have happened. Case in point, animals. Sometimes evolution just fucks up. Take the platypus, for example. It's like Darwin flipped the coin to decide whether it was a mammal or a bird, and the coin got struck by lightning. I like that one. Or how about whales? Great idea to give lungs to an animal that lives underwater, right, nature? Or giraffes. Mother giraffe just looked at a horse and was like, needs more neck. This is why we can't be in the Matrix. The world is just too stupid. Like humanity's biggest problem right now are people in Eastern Europe shooting each other with boom boom sticks. Use that phrase exactly. I wish you'd spell parentheses each time instead of putting symbols so I can see all the ways you got it wrong. Setting the entire planet on fire and furries. I fucked up that joke too. Seriously, if this is the Matrix, the programmers are just fucking with us at this point. How else could the two biggest threats to the world be a Russian dictator who's best known for a painting of him shirtless riding a bear, or a North Korean dictator who, if you turn your head and squint just a little bit, looks like a moldy meatball? Speaking of moldy meatballs, doubling down on the transition, I've been thinking about strip clubs, just like the concept of them. Like, I guess I can wrap my head around guys going to an establishment to see scantily clad women, but I can't understand it being a group activity. I just can't imagine a bachelor party going to the club with some boys. I'm like, okay guys, everyone put in 20 bucks, we're gonna wreck some puss together. There's not even that's not even a party experience. It should be a public thing. I have no idea how I'm gonna enjoy entertainment with like some seedy construction worker sitting next to me. I have to worry about whether he's cheating on his wife and what buildings he's building so I don't get the same STDs as him. Feel free to close out the set however you like.
So I'll be starting off with some crowd work. So are there any 15-year-old people in the audience?
Right here.
Oh, okay, that's going to be a problem because we can't move the stage 500 feet back. I'm a registered sex offender, but don't worry, it was all a big misunderstanding. Anyways, so what's your name?
Mine?
Yeah.
Ronnie.
Oh, that's a nice name. Will you go on a date with me? Actually, when I think about it, it's not such a nice name. Dude, what's your name?
Ryan.
Will you go on a date with me?
Of course.
That's awesome. Dude, what's your name?
Tyler.
I really don't care, but will you go on a date with me?
Sure.
Okay. So, a lot of girls don't actually talk to me in the States, but back in India, I used to have like a line of girls waiting for me. And, you know, sometimes they used to get like really impatient. They never gave me like a moment, you know, like a breathing moment, you know. They'd always like bang on the door and be like, Aayush, like get out of the ladies' bathroom. I always insisted on using the ladies' bathroom. So, I have a friend back in India. His name is Rahul. And Rahul said he's very shy to talk to girls. He was like, dude, you live in one of the most populated countries in the world. It's like, it's okay to hang off the doors in the train, but you can't talk to a girl next to you. So I had to talk him up, right? I was like, dude, like, you know, the worst she can say is no, like, come on, you got this. And so while I hung off the door from the train, like, he went inside and he asked this girl out. And she said, "Chee!" So the next day, Rahul was found hanging, but not off the door of the drain. Yeah. So this next bit, Charlie wanted me to do it like him. So. I felt that. See that. EJ, can you fall again so I can rub it off this time? Anyways, so this bit Charlie wanted me to imitate him, right? So, gas prices are really high. The other day I went to fill my car, and it was painful. Okay, no, I can't do this joke with like a straight face. So if the gas prices get any higher, I might. I can't.
Say it.
It's just too good. Okay, are you ready for it? If the gas prices get any higher, I might. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna brave through this. Okay. If the gas prices get any higher, okay, I might get gas-tose intolerant. Oh my god! I thought that was hilarious. But just imagine you go to the gas station and instead of like regular, mid-grade, and like premium, you have like 2% whole. But okay, so I'm gonna. Also, another thing while we're I should have actually spoken about this when I was talking about India, but so another thing back in India is stand-up is really picking up, right? And ventriloquism is like really picking up. But the thing is like people think it's like the real thing. So there was one show where people like the puppet more than the actual comedian. So now the puppet has its own solo show, which is basically just. So I'm going to end this show, end this set with an advice from Charlie. So if you go to a gas station and you fill gas for $45, and you get like just 10 gallons of gas. Instead, go to Walmart and fill your backseat with 10 gallons of milk. Like you'll feel like you would have had a much more productive day. All right, thank you guys. That was fun.
I want to stand up for my material a little bit. A lot of that was out of order. These are jokes Aayush wrote. I just had to translate them into English. All right. I'm going to expose my deepest, darkest secret. I've been lying to everybody. Even my girlfriend, I've been lying to everybody. I tell people that I don't make eye contact because I'm socially awkward, but that's actually not true. It's not true. I've been lying this entire time. I actually have a disease. That's right. That disease is called no-see-pee-pee. That's right, and essentially what this disease means is I cannot make eye contact with anybody that has a smaller penis than me. I've only really made eye contact with two people, really. Aayush and my girlfriend. But yeah, this is actually a pretty big problem for me because I have a huge dick. If ever I am looking at you, or if I'm talking, I'm not looking at you, I'm probably thinking about my own massive schlong. Yeah, I have a really big dick. My dick is so big that they invented a new unit of measurement, CMS. Most people might think that means centimeters, but you're wrong. It actually stands for Charlie's Massive Schlong. Yeah, that's right. Don't Google it. No, Google it. Yeah, Google it. Yeah. To give some perspective on how big a CMS is, the bell tower is half a CMS. That's right, my dick is huge and it towers. No wonder there's so many princesses that like to sit on top of towers and Disney movies. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna say everything that's on this paper. My dick towers so much that Aayush tried to fly a plane into it. Yeah. I don't know why you guys are laughing. That's not a dick joke. This is not an easy life to live, the life I live. You know what is another challenge I face? Being white. I have a lot of pain and suffering for being white. And it's hard, because I have to be a pain to everybody else around me. I don't know what is bigger, my dick or my urge to insert my opinion into things that don't concern me. I'm sorry. And if that's not enough, people are so insensitive these days. People use a lot of vocabulary that I don't understand. Oh my God, bro. Like, I have a friend who's dating a non-white girl, and he had the nerve to refer to her as his significant other? Significant? How, bro? I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this. It's crazy. That girl's one of the most audacious bitches I've ever met. This girl has the audacity to say, get ready for it, she uses the term in conversation, in my opinion. Bitch, who gave you the white pass? Your opinion? Damn, bro. Now, the biggest challenge I really face in my life, being a man. That's the real challenge I face. You see, the other day I was in the kitchen. Woo, that was a good one. That was a good one. Being a man is actually a big problem for me. Yeah, number one, taking a piss. First off, no comfort involved. I have to stand. Second of all, I have to aim. I don't get to be like you lame women, like a rain cloud spraying everywhere. I don't get that luxury. And you know, feminists come up to me and say, if it's such a big deal for you, why don't you sit, Charlie? All right, I'll sit. The urinals aren't very comfortable, but I'll make it work. All right, clearly you don't see the seriousness in my situation. So I'm just gonna laugh off these silly things minorities call problems. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It feels like everyone nowadays is anxious and depressed. I miss the good old days, like 6th grade field day, when the hardest thing was running in front of people and taking a piss. You know, 6th graders are shitty people. Like this one time, my friend Alex, she asked me to present first in a World War II class because she didn't have hers ready. She was going to present on feminism, but didn't have her stuff ready like a typical woman. But I had a no-reason boner. So I loudly announced that it was indeed Alex's turn to present. Why does presenting about World War II make my soldier stand at attention? Something about that experience made me...
Keep talking.
Something about that experience made me... Ah, yes. Something about that experience made me get hard unless I'm presenting. No, can't make me get hard unless I'm presenting. Maybe it's being surrounded by 12-year-olds. I tried to ask my girlfriend about this a couple of days ago, but she had to go to her field day. Alright, so this is going to be another one-liner. Did you hear about the Soviet-era whore named Time? Stalin ran all the trains on her. Okay. Did you hear about the Mexican triplet orphan? They're...
No, don't.
Don't do it. Okay. Did you hear about the Mexican triplet orphan? Their parents left without their dress. Alright. Speaking of liking children, I have a business idea. Internet confessionals. Are you tired of having to travel all the way to your local church to have your grave sins heard and forgiven by the mighty Lord? Do you want to watch a girl named Mary scream, "Oh God!" without offending Mary or God? I introduce you to Internet confessionals. Basically, a priest sits on the Pornhub comment section, which they already were there to begin with, and here's the God. Style. And here's the God-searching cries of his congregational wailing out for forgiveness. With the Internet confessional, thou shalt see the Lord in post-nut clarity. And that is the set.
Hi, my name is Aidan, and as you can see, I'm a white guy. I'd like to apologize. This isn't written, but just as a quick side, I'd like to apologize for being white. Actually, Cooper wouldn't share. But since the person who wrote my jokes is brown, I think I've had the liberty to make a few jokes on brown people. Oh God. Now I hope none of y'all decide to become Desi Will Smiths. Desi Will Smiths. Yeah, I'll just provoke them more. Okay. I have a question about brown people. This next sentence can't be good. I should have read this before. Why do brown kids always call me uncle? It's not like I fucked their mom's sister. Yes, I did. You do any research on it? Yes, I did. That's how I got those diseases. Brown people are some of the most competitive and intellectual people I've met. So obviously, when y'all immigrated to America for IT and healthcare jobs, there was some retaliation. Phrases like, "They're stealing our jobs. Send them back," and oh God, I cannot say what's in those quotes. Sand N-word. No. It doesn't actually say the word, it literally just says sand N-word. We're thrown around by wedding planner moms and carpenter dads. I wasn't too concerned, because if I learned anything from the British, it's that brown people would compete with themselves before competing with us. See, this is the first accurate line in the entire set. Divide and conquer, baby. You know, in all good faith, brown folks are amazing and so welcoming. Every time I meet one, they call me things like Ulukipache and Bencho. I find the second one really offensive because I only have brothers. Switching it up now, I never really understood the whole concept of owning a supercar on campus. Like, what are you trying to race to? Walk?
You know what's the worst feeling? When you're jerking off and you're like right about to come, like you're just right there, and then your mom calls. Instant flaccidity.
Maybe for you.
What kind of mom do you have? But is anything like those people's mom's sisters? Then, okay, that'll do it. And then it just says, "That's all. Get Outlook for Android." I don't know if that's like an inside Indian joke or something, but yeah. Woo!
Yeah. Okay, you know, it's great to see so many people coming out and supporting just something very new and fun like this. You know, I mean, stand-up comedy in of itself is really just a weird thing when you think about it, right? I mean, you know, I come up here, I try to say things that will make you laugh. You come and look at me expectantly, and nothing happens, just like that. And so, fortunately, I have been given a list of tropes to kind of check off. So don't worry, I'm not tracking attendance like in the calc class that I'm currently failing. And so we're just gonna kind of check off some tropes here to make sure that I'm really respecting the craft. Okay, let's start with this. You're gonna keep doing that, aren't you?
I bet your ass.
Okay. All right, why don't we do you in the striped shirt there. All right, so just can you state your name and your favorite hole for sex, please?
What's the second one?
Favorite hole for sex, please.
Favorite hole for sex? The one in the wall.
All right, thank you for the crowd. All right, that's one done. Now, I do want to throw in one more just audience participation here. On the count of 3, can everyone in unison say "fuck you" to those two assholes? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fuck you! All right, thank you. All right, shit, what's next? Awkward transition. All right, we got that one done. Okay. So, I was on Tinder the other day, and so I came across this profile that said, like, swipe according to your political stance. And I'm not exactly a political person. And so, you know, I was stuck on this profile for a few days. Then I realized the solution and deleted the app. All right, and there's a mandatory Tinder joke. Next is one, because we gotta get through time pretty quickly. Checks off actually 3 things on the list here. Fuck you for this one. All right, let me see. Rigid structure. Forgetting the joke apparently. All right. Thank you. All right. Sometimes I get jealous of Tic Tacs. They're tasty, have a defined shape, and are approximately at least 0.3 inches long. 3 things I can't say about my dick. Fuck you. Holy crap, that one hit self-deprecation, dick joke, and bombing all in one. 3 jokes with 1 Tic Tac. Yeah, this checklist has been going really well, guys. You know, we're really doing great, and I'm totally not saying that because that was in the script. Help. All right, and finally, yeah, thank you. Finally, I've been told that I need to do a race joke, which is kind of hard considering. Yeah, apparently this one was harder to think of than a furry at the zoo. Again, that one was in the script. Okay, here we go. The last company I worked at was full of athletes. And I really didn't fit in, not my scene. And so, you know, they kept having me pay in to this really weird race. Because, I mean, I'm not a runner. I don't know why they do it. 401k. I mean, that's really ambitious. That's long. All right, so, oh yeah, I think that's the full checklist done. I think that means I can turn it in for one hot, sexy night with Mitch Daniels. Thank you so much.
All right, this is actually not written from Cooper's jokes. I thought I'd just channel him a bit today. I actually don't wear glasses. These just don't have any lenses in them. They're just plastic. All right, so hey, what's up, guys? My
My dog died recently. So how was your spring break? It's okay, he was old. He had it coming. Okay. Yeah, my family held a dog funeral, and my mom was like, you gotta wear all black. Which is, I have nothing against it, but dogs are colorblind? It's all black to him. I think we could wear red and it would be close enough. In fact, I don't think Rex would care at all what we wore, like a suit, overalls, a skirt. He would help us all the same. And that's what I loved about him, right? Like, why wear clothes at all? He didn't wear any. Yeah, he just had a collar and a big heart. It was big, he died of a heart attack. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a computer engineer, and my dad has a PhD in computer engineering. It's a master's in computer science, but close enough, you know? Not paying attention to my stories? So people are always like, why do you plan on following in your dad's footsteps? And I'm like, oh? You think I chose this? You think I planned this? Like, I'm following in his footsteps, but I'm just leaving a trail. I'm going the same place he is, but I'm not doing it gracefully at all. That's way to kill that awkward silence. All right, here's a fun fact you guys might not know about me. I'm actually Chinese. Am I doing that bad?
Chinese part.
Alright. I didn't write this out. Yeah, that's right. I'm half Chinese and half Chinese. I'm 100% Chinese. People, when they hear that, they're always like, prove it. Which is like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to use chopsticks? Do you want me to speak Mandarin? You would understand it, Robert. Okay, you got me. I'm not actually Chinese. I'm brown. But wouldn't it be crazy, though? Like, if two Chinese parents just gave birth to this? Like the most insane Punnett Square of all time? Or what if my normal, or what if, they're not normal. What if my normal brown parents gave birth to me and it was like all normal and I took a 23andMe test and it was like, okay, Rohit, so it says here you're susceptible to liver cancer. Oh wow, that's crazy. Oh, actually, I think that's crazy. You might not even be our son. It says you're 99% Chinese and 0.1% Native American. Oh shit, Navajo? I am brown though, that is true. It's different, obviously. I noticed it the first time I slept over at a white friend's house. His mom wished us good night and said, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And I thought that was a threat. I was like, how? Because my parents would never send me to bed, and they wouldn't say sweet shit like that. They just say, don't disappoint me. And so I stayed up the whole night, you know, waiting for the bed bugs. And next morning, my white friend woke up and was like, how'd you sleep? And I was like, sleep? He was looking crazy, like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. I had to stop the bed bugs. Thank you, that was Cooper's sound.
Okay, everyone knows the concept of I didn't write any of these jokes. Yeah, right. Just need to preface that. Okay. Is that right? Preface? Facade. Okay. Okay, I want to start off my set by saying a few things. Firstly, Trump 2024. Secondly, I hear all these liberal snowflakes are taking down Confederate flags. Why? Why don't we just wait till the next revolution? It's like taking down your Christmas tree in October. It's like the fun's about to start. The South shall rise again.
wait a minimum of 10 seconds. That's what it says. I wish January 6th was every day. What would you all think about making it a national holiday? Like before Memorial Day to honor our fallen soldiers. In parentheses, small pause. I don't understand why we're taking down Confederate statues. That doesn't seem fair. I think for every Confederate statue we take down, we should take down one of a civil rights leader as well. Or at least 3/5 of it. And this is what this says. Now on to some jokes. When I get drunk, I get Italian. which is weird. I don't think I'm Italian. Is there a car outside?
Oh, he shaved his arm.
I feel like I lucked out with what ethnicity I turned into when I'm drunk, though. That sounds like a hate crime waiting to happen. And then Cam in parentheses, he wrote, to be honest, I can't think of a punchline here. If you want to mess with it, go ahead. No need to use it if you feel like it's just like filler. I wish I could have used that for the first half of this set. All right. Getting Italian when drinking is kind of crazy, though. There's been more than one night when I wake up in a pool of my own white sauce. Sometimes I don't even recognize the type of pasta I come home with. And then in parentheses, do your best Italian accent. Throw in some hams. When I go to bed, she's angel hair. When I wake up, rigatoni. One night I go home with the girl. We go to my room, she gets undressed. Her penne was bigger than mine. Mamma mia. And in parentheses it says you can stop the Italian accent here. This acting has inspired me to do some improv, so I would like a crowd suggestion of a movie, of a sequel you don't think it should have.
Schindler's List.
In parentheses it says pause and do your thinking face thing. Maybe this is a bad idea. Let's try some crowd work. Someone give me a suggestion.
How about you do your own jokes?
On that note, that's the end of my set. Trump 2024.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Joke swap. Hyphen. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Big props to EJ for really putting this together. I really love this club. I'm happy to have this space to tell nice, lighthearted jokes like what we've heard tonight. I just like coming, I'm not a mean guy at all. Let me just say that right now. I just like coming here and sharing some laughs about our majors, the unique aspects of our cultures, about Kenny's dad being dead. I actually can't tell this is a joke. Anyways. You know, just really funny, amusing things that make you smile. It's strange though, because I'm in mechanical engineering, and it may seem weird for me to be doing stand-up comedy, since ME is so boring and unfunny. It hurts, it's funny because it's true. Honestly, I feel really, really at home in PSUCC. It's just like my major. A bunch of white dudes, a couple of Indian dudes with the same name, and no women. Actually, 2 women, sorry. Anyways, ME's a very interesting major. It's basically a Sears catalog of white men. This is going great. It's a beautiful thing, to be honest, like a fraternity. A wide diversity of car guys, ROTC kids, car guys, farm boys, car guys, airplane guys, car guys, aerospace rejects, biomedical rejects. Oh, I felt good. Oh, this is so hard to concentrate. Competitive ARMA 3 players and car guys, all bound together by their passion. That's what you're doing to me. All right. Can you keep doing that, actually? Later, baby. Sad. All right. What was I? Where was I? Oh, yeah. All bound together by their passions for mechanics and not having sex. And if I haven't come across as enough of a cool, funny guy, I'm also minoring in electrical engineering. I mean, as a brown guy, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to wire electronics deep underground without having the cops called on me. You think I'm kidding, but I'm not. The basement of the ECE building, where the labs is so far underground. The walls are pure concrete. That place could withstand like anything. If we get into a nuclear war with Russia, all of Purdue is going to be ruble. Well, that worked out. And the last ever Boilermakers are going to be 6 dudes that haven't showered in a week trying to get their op-amp to work. Again, it's funny because it's true. Anyways, the labs are just so deep underground. Like, when I go down there, I feel like I'm going to find Kenny's dad. It's part of the script, by the way. I should probably make that clear. It always does feel... Okay, so Kenny actually thought that I'm from California. But I'm actually not, so I'm just going to try and I'm going to salvage this, though. No worries. So, anyone else here from California? Yeah! Okay, nice. So, yeah, so my cousin's also from California, and I went to go visit it, like, a while back. And it always feels strange, like, coming back over here. Like, there's snow, there's, like, leaves, there's the lack of social media fitness influencers, and the gallon of milk costs less than $10. Ow! It's not all foreign to me, though, since I can't find affordable housing. Anyways, I feel like people from Cali who are at Purdue is like really weird. Like, they're their own breed. Like, they have their own stereotypes. Purdue thinks that if you're from California, you're like some rich asshole from Los Angeles that looks down on everyone that was here first. No other Midwesterners get that. Like, no one ever goes, hey everyone, I'm from Colorado, and then people go, holy shit. I say non-Midwesterners because people from around here have mad beef. Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, Minnesota. It's like Black Friday at Old Navy, the way that these white people are fighting. I gotta say though, I really empathize with people from Ohio. I forget who shit on Ohio earlier, but yeah, so fuck you. I sympathize with you guys from Ohio. Coming out here to Purdue made me realize that California is basically the Ohio of the Midwest. Everyone surrounding it hates it. Everyone who lives there desperately wants to leave. And there's a ton of drugs. All right, well, thank you everybody, and damn it. Just like Kenny's father, my time is up.
My name is Kenny. I'm very good at writing jokes, as you could tell. I had a really fun last year, 2021. The highlight was definitely at the beginning. I took a tour of the U.S. Capitol in January specifically, the first week of January. I even got to go to the West Wing. I got to go to Nancy Pelosi's desk. But apparently the tours end after there. I know, it's kind of weird. And now I'm like not allowed on a plane. I don't know. Must have been some weird deal they were having, but yeah. Now you can't really tell, but I'm Cuban. Well, I'm half Cuban to be to be incorrect. I'm good, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm half Cuban. Very unrelated, but I hate capitalism. Big communist, right? I love sharing everything, like my girlfriend. You know, I'm good, but thank
I
you.
thought you just wanted a cup. Wait, what's just the? It's great.
So, yeah, no, I like sharing everything. My girlfriend. Got the rest of the punch. I'm just gonna move on from that one. The other thing is that, you know, my motto is slow and steady wins the race. You know, I take everything slowly, cooking, you know, waiting to be happy, graduating. You know, I lost my virginity when I was 24. I'm 22 for the record. But yeah, no, the other nice thing about being Cuban is that people don't think that I can speak Spanish, but I can. So they just like to talk shit about me. As they're making a bomb over here, no worries. You know, people will talk about me, just think that I don't know Spanish, and I'm like, bitch, puta, more specifically, right? I'm like an anime character revealing his secret power at the end of the fight. Oye me. It was me, Pitbull, the whole time. Yeah, no, and the other nice thing about speaking Spanish but like looking like a white dude is I can just do whatever the fuck I want and just, you know, be Spanish and not get any of the racism. And if I do it by Rohit, the cops will arrest him, so. For the record, he did not write that one. I wrote that one. I'm racist. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sorry about those previous jokes. I'm sorry about mixing up that you're from California. He's actually from Maryland. I don't know. I'm not that great at that, but you know, it's been worse. I saw Cooper at the dining car. I said, "What's up, Aquafina?" It was a little awkward. But yeah, like virginity.
Whoa.
Fuck. Like Rohit's virginity, I'm gone.
Hey everybody, I'm at a point in my life where I have taken a lot of stances. I've developed a lot of family values because I'm anti-step-family porn. I think we can afford to have a few more unhappy families if I never have to hear the phrase, we're not actually siblings ever again. This is going great. I haven't watched a porno in 5 years that didn't have the word step in it, whether it be mother, sister, or on my balls. Like it's if you're gonna do anything, do it 100%. So fuck your real brother, Lana Rhodes. That one's for the boys. Speaking of fucking your brother, that's only something that happens when you're drunk or your parents are redneck failures. So I'm going to talk about a legal way to disappoint society. I got to stop getting drunk off of shitty beer because I get terrible ideas when I'm on. You're making me fucking nervous, man. Oh shit, go! I don't care. Okay. Don't even know how to shotgun, bro. Fucking GDI. Alright. Yeah, because I get bad ideas when I'm drunk on shitty beer. Milwaukee's Best specifically. I don't know what it is about 73 cents. You're activating my fight or flight. I don't know what it is about that kind of beer that makes my brain think, hey, you know what's a good idea? Booking a plane ticket to North Dakota. I don't know why I want to go to North Dakota. I hate North Dakota. I hate North Dakota more than the CIA hates democratic elections in South America. That's a good teacher. Now for the boys. I think North Dakota should have a dictator. At least it would make things more interesting. Instead of just having racist nuclear mutants and badlands. That's another thing. The entire state is covered in badlands. I think you know where this joke is going. But since EJ hasn't made a fool out of me yet, I'm gonna spell it out. If the lands were good, they wouldn't be called bad lands. They'd be called okay lands, or yeah, that's fine, I guess, lands. North Dakota is like, oh God, Lord. I didn't write this. North Dakota is like that one special ed child. Jesus Christ. That one special ed child that not even the popular white girls want to talk to out of pity. That means I've been making fun of special ed children this entire time. Let's pivot. The next line in the script is bullying is a necessary evil. I don't mean bullying like just anybody who's chilling. I don't have a problem with most people, but if you don't bully children, they're gonna grow up to fetishize YouTubers and animatronics, and that's where you gotta draw the line. And of course, I say this as someone who was bullied in high school, because I'm built like I was made to be shoved into lockers. Is that what you thought when you first met me? It's like, I can fit this guy into a cubby. Man, come on, dude. My high school bully's name was Dan. And if bullying was an extracurricular, Dan would have gone to Harvard on a bullying scholarship. Like, he clearly wasn't dumb. No one can go up to a man and say, "You're brown and hairy, like my dad's car interior." And you're failing pre-algebra. But you come at me with that shit? Come on, man. If you put that effort into learning the quadratic formula, you can be on track to become a white racist Neil deGrasse Tyson instead of a black racist Neil deGrasse. I don't know how that works. Space is black, as it should be. I don't know. But Dan never applied himself, and instead of taking his bullying to the next level and becoming a candidate for the GOP, he never left my county. So I decided to see how he was doing to feel marginally better about myself. And how do I put this? He lost an arm. Filming step-family porn. So maybe pseudo-incest isn't that bad after all. That's the end. My name has been EJ.
Woo! Next up, we have our last comedian and fellow host. You know him well at this point, EJ Gruendler.
Ooh.
Hello, everybody. I'm horny. So nothing's new. But get it going. But it's made me think, how horny were people throughout history? Like, foot fetishes had to have started in, like, Victorian England, right? Like, imagine, all right? You're a baron, and, you're trying to keep your bloodline pure by fucking your cousin. But, it's so hard to get any blood in your line with all these frills and lace all these ladies are covered with. And then she slips off the shoe and it's, Madame, lady's skin, gods! And fast forward to the First World War, writing home to your sweetheart, my dearest Mary. What I wouldn't give, I would give my life for just a glimpse of your foot, and the afterlife for a delectable nibble. I've had to settle for Pater Daniels. He has trench foot. I'm I'm also fairly certain he lied about his age to enlist. This is going very well for me. I'm glad I could be with you guys through all this. Thank you. So I've been on Tinder a lot, obviously. And women have like a lot of ACAB and BLM in their bios. Why? Like, I'm here for free weed and I'm here to get fucked. Also, rip George Floyd and all the other homies. For real, for real. Like, I guess political differences matter in long-term relationships, but like for a Tinder hookup, ladies, the only curve that matters is his dick, all right? That's all. It's not like you're gonna be going at it like, so what about Mitch McConnell? This doesn't happen. I saw an advertisement recently for belts, the item that really needed to be advertised. Right off the bat, the guy said, I've always been obsessed with belts. That guy was definitely beaten with one to the point where it became a sexual fetish. Or like he was beating his son and he was like, oh, look at this craftsmanship. Don't you ever drop the fucking milk ever again! Custom embroidery. You see these symbols? They're Nordic. Let's get this popcorn going. Come on, come on. She's still fine. Okay. I've had things blow up in my face before. Thank you all so much for coming out. This has been the Joke Swap Spectacular!
We've been PSUCC. Yeah, genuinely, that's it. We didn't really think of a good way to end this. If you'd like some popcorn, we have some at the front. If you have any questions,